Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, where this time we're doing something that's not going to get me killed so readily. But we still gotta have some fun, so let's do an event quest. There are plenty of those. Some of them are great. What sort of event do I want to do? That is the question. Actually, you know what? Maybe let's not do an event. Let's check our non-events, see what we've got. Okay, we don't have anything I was hoping for, so back to the events. This Tigrex is always interesting, in that it is very large. So, let's go ahead and get ourselves Defender High. I rather like that food skill. My failure in my last quest has got me curious. What is my defense? 772. I feel like that's roughly the same as my Star Knight set. Maybe I had just forgotten how high the damage output on those level 133 monsters was. That's entirely possible. Let's get these back in. And sure, disposable plugs can be helpful. That ought to do it. Okay, what's in the box? Some nice things. Alright. Let's see this big boy. Sometimes it's better to get launched by a roar than to sit there and actually take the roar effect, is why I jumped there. Of course, it's actually usually better to get yourself launched by low-grade roars than high-grade ones. But sometimes you don't get the luxury of choice. And other times you just don't think about it. Okay, buddy. I understand you want to be mean to me, but can you maybe just let me get your tail real quick? Thanks. Honestly, I should have saved that ride for when he enraged. Because as long as you're able to still complete the ride successfully, doing it while they're raging gives you the opportunity of not having them moving around so much while they're raging. Which generally I find preferable. So let's cut this tail. I like cutting tails. It's kind of my thing. I've said it before. It's part of what drew me to Monster Hunter in the first place. Alright. He's upset. There we are. That'll keep him... it'll make him behave for a little bit. That's the words I was looking for. Ah, yes. Foot tickling. Almost always a good strategy. Though there are, of course, some monsters whose feet are practically untickleable. Nice jump, Tigrex. And another. Oh, hi. Thanks, cat. Ow. Didn't quite get out of the way in time. Oh, boy. It's always nice when the hitboxes are good. Not so nice when you heal when there's a Tigrex coming for you, but these things happen. So, whoop, too early. Got orange, got red. Just need white now. There we are. I actually really enjoy event quests that have strangely sized monsters. Either particularly large or particularly small. Both are quite fun in their own rights. I fondly remember the tiny Uragon from Monster Hunter Tri, and how it was tiny, and it, it moved an appropriate distance with each step, but then if it curled up and started rolling, it rolled basically with super speed. And also its chin pounds, the tremors and damage effects extended out to the full normal-sized Uragon hitboxes. So you could be, more than one body length away from the Uragon, and it would do its super pound and you'd still take the hit. It was pretty crazy. But also it was adorable, and I wanted... Oh, hi. I'm glad I was on the move there. Never fun to have... Oh, fine. You can taunt the wall and make that flash useless. Alright, I guess just no flashes. That's fine. I could use my own, but I don't want to. Fine, go away. Oh, fine, come back. Okay. Come on, buddy. Go for the cat. I'm not a cat, though a cat did just show up under me, so I guess I set myself up for it. I'm sure your senses are more finely tuned than mine, so you can probably know when a cat is burrowing around near you. There's white, which is good. Moving faster is always welcome when there's a Tigrex around. Ow. Well, that was not helpful. There's my orange. Okay, this just in. When an Insect Glaive user and a Tigrex are both jumping at one another, the Tigrex wins. Just in case you thought it might go otherwise. It's definitely the Tigrex. He does have the mass on his side. Inertia is a hell of a thing. Come on, buddy. I don't need that. Ooh, yes. Please, hold still. Continue taunting. Or you can hop backwards and enrage. That's also a thing you can do. I feel like I should get another mount really soon. Maybe another hit or two? Problem is, I need him to stay in one spot long enough for me to get it. Okay. He just jumped right over me while I was jumping. Well done, Tigrex. Oh, I'll take a knockdown. Need to actually hit the right parts of him in order to get that mount going. Okay, so maybe it was more than one or two more hits. It'll happen eventually. I hope. Well, I'll take a flinch. Oh, hi. Okay. Current priority is get my essences back. Kind of. I mean, there we go. When they run out, of course. Ooh, he's tired. Ooh. He managed to turn without falling. That's actually kind of unusual. But hey, whatever. I'll take advantage of his tiredness. Won't try and mount him while he's tired. The mount's too simple, and the knockdown doesn't really last much longer as far as I'm aware. Plus, he's more than willing to knock himself down while he's tired. I'm not about to throw away his generosity. Though I should heal kind of soon. Oh, Tigrexes. Always a fun fight. Like, they're intimidating and they do high damage, but they're very, very straightforward. And you gotta respect that. So, once he's done roaring, we'll get in there and try to hop on him. There we go. Right, I had those. I had completely forgotten. There we go. Even though I had been thinking that the reason to go in after he was done roaring was A, to avoid damage, and B, to avoid letting those earplugs break. But whatever. I know what I should do for the remainder of this little series. I should feature one of my favorite monsters in every episode until Monster Hunter Generations comes out. And hey, I've got Tigrex right here, so I'm kind of already doing that. And I had Bracky in the last one, so yeah. Of course, I usually don't choose to fight monsters that I don't enjoy, so I guess technically that was going to happen anyway, wasn't it? Ow. Can you maybe stop? Okay, you can almost kill me, that's fine. Just, oh, I am somehow still alive. For how much longer, though, I don't know. Okay. Sure, I could have farcasted out, but why do that when he's taunting twice? Don't really need these earplugs. I don't plan to ride him again, and if I do happen to be close enough to his roar to be affected by the sound, chances are I'm more likely to be affected by the damage component. Though, if you're close enough and dodge with the right timing, it's actually possible to dodge through the damage, but not the sound. It's kind of silly. Oh, I don't want red, though. I mean, red is nice. There's what I want. Now, if I was just focusing on finishing the quest fast, I wouldn't bother getting the orange essence. Because you can get red and white, and thus increase your damage about as much as having all three would. And it also lets you refresh the red whenever, instead of having all of your essences just go away at the end of their duration with no ability to refresh them. Yo, Tigrex. Come on, man. So yeah, if you're trying to kill things really super fast with a glaive, it's definitely preferable to just not triple up in most cases. Because then, yeah, you can just send your bug out to get an extra red essence and have it flit about your head for a while. Like, as long as you don't put your weapon away, the bug will stay out there for a good minute or so before it automatically returns to you. Which ends up being pretty good timing for refreshing the buff. So yeah, see how he's just carrying that white essence for me? It's a nice handy tip for those of you trying to get good times with a glaive in the arenas. Okay, Tigrex. Come on, buddy. You gotta be on your last legs. Oh, I guess we were close enough for the roar, but not the damage that time. Ow. Thanks for jumping over me. Glad you didn't decide to turn around there. We need heals before we need anything else. Okay, let's use this. And let's use this. Alright, I can take white. Darn. If it weren't for the elevation difference, I totally would have had my orange essence during the roar. And if I had my evade +3, that wouldn't have hit me. But then again, that's true of a lot of things. And honestly, until I made that set, I never used any evade skills in 4 or 4G or 4U until that point. So, like, I'm more used to not having evasion skills than I am having them. It's one of those where it feels really nice to have them, but I can function without them. Of course, the game's easier with them, but they are far from a requirement. Close. Yeah, he's raging pretty quickly, so he is probably pretty close to dead. You just had to use that paw, didn't you? Oh, there he goes. Alright, let me carve you up, sir. I don't even remember what this quest gives, other than a gold large Tigrex. But hey, sometimes a gold large Tigrex is all you really need. And let's not forget the tail. Not the most interesting prize. But it's something. All right. So, where's there it is. Yeah, this was definitely a quest. Oh. Don't really need these, but I guess it's okay to have 45 of them. Okay. Hooray. Made up for those points I lost last time. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this episode. Join us next time when we fight another monster that is among my favorite monsters in this game. See you then, friends.